Hi, Starlings. Vanessa Montgomery here from Astro All-Starz. Let's talk about Sagittarius season, Mercury in retrograde as of right now, and a fantastic aspect signature that we have in the sky at the moment and coming up to perfect. How fantastic. So let's get started. So, of course, we're in Sagittarius season, which is sporty, friendly, truth-seeking, philosophical, loves a good long roaming, roving conversation. This is a mutable sign, which means it's adaptable, it's flexible. So it likes to flex, it likes to change things, it likes to change things up. And that includes with knowledge and conversation, ideas, concepts. So you might find a lot of Sagittarius going on not so used byroads of conversation and topics. So I'm here to say, as Mercury is retrograde in Sagittarius at 22 degrees, maybe it's time to flip back and go back on our ideas, what we believe is truth, belief and truth, our MO, our philosophy, our modus operandi, the bigger picture. This is a really great course correction for all of that, and within Sag season 2. So Mercury's retrograde in Sagittarius at 22 degrees Sagittarius, back to 6 degrees. So that is from now through to, it will direct. So the retrograde's over December 15, and then you're totally in the clear January 2nd. And if you have had between November 7 and November 25 now, a bit of a setup period that you see themes coming back or being built upon, that's the Mercury retrograde cycle. So you have the shadow, you have the retrograde, you have it going direct out of shadow, and then it's clear. So as a Sagittarius, I really get this. This is going back from my natal Mercury. So see where 22 degrees and 6 degrees is in your birth chart. Are you getting a conjunction to other planets in Sagittarius? Do you have planets in Gemini? So you'll pick up the opposition. Do you have a square forming with planets in Virgo or Pisces? Do you have other planets in fire signs? You're going to pick up the trine. Air signs, you're going to pick up the sextile. Earth signs, it's just a little bit more glitchy for you. So hang in there. These are going to turn up little corners that you wouldn't normally see. So have a closer look. Everybody, of course, the same always applies. Check everything twice and then check it again. So Sagittarius is about big ideas as well. It wants to travel. So if you've suddenly got that travel itch like I do, you really want to build in a few backup plans. Like get the insurance on the flight because it might change if you're flying now or if you're planning your trip. Just get a few flexible, adaptive possibilities built in. This is not going to go like clockwork, most likely. We'll see. So I know as a mega Sagittarius, 5 planets in Sag, I like to leave a lot of space open for whatever might happen, and that's very Sagittarian. So take that with this season, like just get yourself out there or start pursuing an idea and follow it through and just allow space for where it might take you. Back to conversations. I mean, for me, I'm reminding myself, just, is it professional? Then say it. If it's not professional, maybe don't say it so publicly, but you might just feel like shooting some arrows of truth, but they could bite you in the butt later. Let's see. Just be aware of that. So going back on what is truth? What is belief? Obviously, with all the crazy AI and political pundits saying just about anything, maybe they always have, and we're just more aware of it now. You know, what is truth? Someone else's truth might not be your truth. And remember, we just look at what we have in our memories, what we already believe. We line it up and compare it to what we believe, what we know. Sagittarius is about shooting past what we know. So just always keep files open. If it really doesn't feel right for you, you don't have to take it on, but you also don't have to put it on to someone else. And obviously that's what's happening with this big two-party people against each other. Both sides want to do stuff to the other side, and it's making problems. They can't live together because this side wants to do this side wants to do this, and there's problems. So I think in terms of conversation, what we can do is open it up, talk to people that aren't like you from different cultures, different perspectives, keep an open mind. Don't be dogmatic, which is the shadow side of Sagittarius. So dogma is really about holding, it's not flexible, is it? It's holding to this firebrand belief that you're going to force on someone no matter what. So maybe you've both got something to teach each other, and maybe the truth lies in the middle, and there's little bits of what both of you know and believe, and then there's a third that you will get to if you talk to each other, but if you don't, you won't get there. So I particularly love a long conversation and can talk for hours and really pursue a topic. I think it's super fun and super interesting. So do that. Also, mind and body, the centaur, you have to exercise the mind or move the mind, you have to move the body. It's a bit of both, hence the sporty side of Sagittarius as well as the professor. So I've joined the gym when Venus went through Sagittarius. I was inspired to join that gym because it's going to be too hot just to walk around and get regular exercise very soon, and already has been. So also we have for you, we can look at this Mercury retrograde. Its ruler, of course, Jupiter, because it's in Sag. So the ruler of Sag is Jupiter, and Mercury retrograde is opposite its own ruler in Gemini, Jupiter in Gemini. So big tales, big stories, too good to be true, totally. So you really have to look at that expansive, which side, which view, or maybe put the jigsaw puzzle of truth together is what I'm thinking. It is square Neptune. It's not a T-square, which means that who knows what's going on, and maybe we just have to use our intuition and feel into it. But it does suggest a lot of chaos and the unknown, but you can make use of creative chaos. So, you could do a creative project, something like that. Also, obviously, it's very spiritual, and it's about tapping into the liminal space, and maybe that might bring in a little bit of the spiritual side of Sagittarius. Just don't slip into dogma, because some guys wrote it in a book a really long time ago. Doesn't make it true. It just reinforces the beliefs of that time. So traditional is fundamentalist beliefs, usually patriarchal. So just be aware of that. Pluto, of course, in Aquarius. Here we go. It is trine to Uranus. Uranus in late Taurus. So once Uranus goes into Gemini, that will perfect. They're going to follow each other around and just be hand in hand for quite a while. And it is sextile Neptune. So it's making this like mini trine. It's still a triangle, which means flow. The energy's flowing really well. Neptune's at the top with Pluto and Uranus. So outer planet sort of sextile situation. Just fantastic. It's so creative. Look at where that is in your chart. That is absolutely fantastic. And that actually makes the top triangle of a kite pattern that we have. So check the charts I'm putting in here. The kite is super flowy. So it's pulling the nodes in, which is fantastic. Actually, the south node is in that trine, so you can really pull up things from the past in a positive way. And so the moon in Libra is activating that right now, that will pass through. So just watch when the moon goes around that kite. At each corner, it's going to activate. And personally, it's my solar return tomorrow, my birthday the following day, the 28th. And this is all setting off my sun, and it's amazing. The solar return chart has that 5-degree Aries on it with the north node there. Fantastic. I'm so looking forward to all of this year. So check your chart, read my book so you learn more about what this is like. Stay cosmic and have a brilliant week.